It's a different season that we're in. Trying to figure out how to do everything together is quite a challenge right now. We don't know what's going to come of this, the social effects, all of these different ways and means that we might be affected by what's happening in our world right now. We're in a period of not knowing what's going to come next. What I'm hoping to do with these Tuesday morning devotionals is just for a few minutes, reflect on a text of scripture with the intent to prepare us to pray afterwards by ourselves. And what I want to be doing through these devotionals is helping us to get a sense of what God is calling us to in this season. And I think he's calling us to be on mission with him. For some of us working in this season, and we as the church need to find the ways and means that he is calling us to serve. For some of us, this is a period of anxiety as we wonder what could happen next, both in terms of health, but also in terms of economic benefits, economic detriments and consequences, of course. And so that anxiety can kind of overwhelm us, and we can end up not being able to be present in the moment. So I want to read to you from Matthew chapter 11. I'm going to read Matthew chapter 11, verses 28 to 30. Heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn from me. For I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. And my sense about why this text is important right now comes from the idea that Christ is calling us to, if you've ever tried to swim in coldish water or cold water, there's kind of two ways of entering cold water. You can jump full body into the water, just all at once, launch yourself off the shore or off the deck into the water. And then the second way you can enter is very slowly. And one time I was with my kids swimming at the Puntledge swim. I've only just gotten up to my belly button. Could we wait a little bit longer? I'm going in that slowly. So you can kind of enter the water two ways: extremely slowly, little bit by little bit, getting acclimatized to it, or jump all the way in. I'm not sure that in committing ourselves to Jesus in this time, in this season, is something that we can do slowly, that we can inch our ways into it. I think there's only one way to commit ourselves to the Lord, to release ourselves of the burdens that we are carrying that aren't ours to carry, and to take up the burdens and concerns that he's asking us to take up. So as I read this text and I think about what he's calling myself to, but also our congregation, my sense is he's calling us right now to commit to him, to commit to following him in this season. And for each of us, that might mean something a little bit different as we think about that and pray about that this morning. For some of us, that might mean dedicating ourselves to prayer. For some of us, that might mean dedicating ourselves to gardening, or dedicating ourselves to the work that he's called us to right now. But my sense is right now that we need to take this moment, this season, to commit ourselves to the Lord, to dedicate ourselves to him, and the burdens that he will call us to. Thanks be to God. Please enjoy the day.